Something strange is going on in the skies over California that's not extraterrestrial, and the Navy knows about it. I'm Blake Anderson for Space Channel News. Here on Space Channel, we've previously reported on the USS Nimitz and an incident where they followed an unidentified craft that was doing impossible maneuvers, including going underwater. In the last few months, compelling photos have been shared from military officials, the most recent showing unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, over 2 U.S. warships that were photographed by separate crews at sea in July of 2019. The Defense Department has previously disclosed fascinating photographs during a highly anticipated congressional hearing into UAPs and UFOs and possible alien encounters. Intelligence officers confirmed explanations for numerous UAP sightings, including this one. The U.S. Navy has conducted an investigation in what they describe as a series of bizarre events that took place close to California's Channel Islands in 2019 when groups of drones swarmed U.S. Navy vessels on multiple occasions, and this prompted concerns about maritime security. The Navy revealed that the drones that swarmed 2 U.S. warships off the coast of California all originated from a mysterious Hong Kong-registered cargo ship called the MV Bass Strait. During the encounter, the warships radioed the cargo ship but received no answer. These attacks on the U.S. Navy vessels are unprecedented. Classified Navy memos have confirmed that the incident was likely done intentionally. Let's hear from Hamlet Youssef, a managing partner at Iron Gate Capital Advisors and an expert in national security and defense.
Yeah, I think we're in the early stages of seeing how drone warfare and drone swarm warfare would play a part in military operations. But to me, as an armchair quarterback, this seems like a case where a series of drones were operating in the area, and the intent was probably to observe, but also to observe the reaction of the particular ship to see what kind of measures or countermeasures would be deployed. This actually does kind of scratch the surface of what we're seeing is the emergence of a significant technology arms race, primarily between the West and the U.S. Against China in a variety of different technology verticals. But drones is becoming one key aspect of it because it is a significant force multiplier. I mean, think back to the Second World War and the amount of human capital and financial capital that was caused by dive bombing an entire fleet of Japanese fighters into U.S. naval infrastructure. Well, imagine if that could have been done at scale from a cost standpoint. Now you have a fleet of drones that aren't just doing reconnaissance, but in the future of warfare, those drones could be carrying kinetic munitions, bombs, and being used in a much more offensive capability. So the battlefield is changing. 20th century technology, 20th century innovation is a century ago. And I think drones are a great example of how technology is ever changing the battlefield.
In February 2021, Marine General Kenneth McKenzie Jr. said that drones are the most concerning tactical development since the rise of the improvised explosive device in Iraq. Drones are truly changing the landscape of military tactics around the world and beyond.
The importance and role of space, I think, becomes critical here because as you start getting into more complex autonomous fighting vehicles or drones, the command and control function of those vehicles, I think in many cases is going to rely on some sort of complex communications platform, which will often require a space-based or space-reliant infrastructure. So satellites and communication satellites helping navigate and guide a fleet of drones, whether they're autonomous, flying or on the ground or boats or underwater, whatever. The command and control function, I think, becomes a critical piece and a critical area. It's something I know we've talked about on prior segments here, but it's the commercialization of space is also going to be militarized at some point. In many cases, disruptions in drone technology and the defensive measures that help regulate that are actually going to enhance society. And the companies and the entrepreneurs that are creating those, that's not 3 guys in a garage. Those are going to turn into people that are employing 50, 100, 200 people. These are high-paying jobs. In many cases, these are going to be jobs and industries that are created here domestically inside the U.S. So longer term, that's going to benefit everyone, including taxpayers and obviously D.C., who likes to spend those tax dollars.
Recently, both the Pentagon and Congress have been addressing UAPs and the carefully documented history of sightings by our government. It's interesting to think about how many of these might be extraterrestrial, but how many more could be earthly adversaries? With 90-minute drone encounters, speeds of 45 miles an hour, and 100 nautical mile journeys, these drones are far beyond the drones that are commercially available. Is this really a cargo ship launching these drones? Should we assume they're Chinese military exercises? Or some stolen tech from Area 51? We'll be sure to keep you updated on this story and more, so download our Space Channel app and stay in the know about what the future of space can look like. It's free in the App Store on your phone, tablet, and connected TV. Just search Space Channel. I'm Blake Anderson with Space Channel News.